Hello, and welcome to my tutorial on getting started with the Circuit Playground. So I'm starting from the module in Canvas for the support materials for Small Task 2.2, programming the Circuit Playground. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scroll down to the link for MakeCode for Circuit Playground. So I'm going to click on this. And you'll notice that I've opened the Adafruit MakeCode page. I can see a picture of this right up here is the Circuit Playground. I can see that I can make new projects. I have some projects that I have started, but we're going to go ahead and start a new project right now. So I'm going to come in here and click New Project. So you'll notice by default, we have this forever loop here. We're going to be mainly using some other forever loops that are going to take an input. Now I want to point out on the left side over here, we have the Circuit Playground emulator. Okay, so even if you don't have a Circuit Playground, this one simulates it. So we're going to test out our program first on the screen before we download it to our Circuit Playground. So I'm going to start with some sort of input. So I'm going to start with a button click. And this forever loop I can bring to the trash, similar to Scratch. If you bring commands back over here, it deletes them. So on button click A, I want something to happen with some lights. So my input is the button, and then I'm going to say, let's take this show animation. If I drop that inside of there, it's going to show a rainbow animation for 500 milliseconds. So that's about half a second. Let's make that longer. Let's make that 3 seconds. Okay. And so now I can go ahead and I can press the button right over here. And it's showing a rainbow. Doesn't really look like much of an animation. But we have an animation selected. Now, let's try bringing this to our Circuit Playground. So what I'm going to do is I can do something with a green screen and MakeCode. So if I click on this little wheel up here, and this is probably won't be something that you have to do, but I just want to show it to you. And I'm going to turn the green screen on, and then I can select from, I have camera 0, camera 1, I believe it's camera 1 that I have pointed down. This is just a little webcam. And I apologize for it being kind of blurry, but you can make out the general view of this. But if I'm going to take my USB cable, I'm going to plug it in. Okay, you'll notice that these lights, and it might be kind of hard to see, but those are all green right now. So that means that this is waiting for a program to be downloaded. So I'm going to bring my my web browser over a little bit, and I am going to, I can see CPlay boot is the Circuit Playground. It loads as a flash drive connected to the computer, and I'm going to download this file. First, let me give it a name. So I'm going to call it Rainbow. I'm going to click Download. Okay, and you can see we have some instructions here. Take the USB cable and plug it in. Press the reset button to make it go into the programming mode. So I currently am already in there, but I'll close this window in a second to show you that. And then I'm going to drag my file over. So let me just download this and close this window. Now you notice if I press this center button, the lights go out. So now it's not in programming mode. If I press that again, they turn green. Okay, my computer got a little mad at me for not unplugging that. You'll notice here's the CPlay boot on my desktop. And I can get another Finder window. I actually don't need two of those, but if I go to my downloads, I see I have this Circuit Playground rainbow. I actually downloaded it twice, but then I can drag that, and just to make this really obvious, I'm going to put the CPlay boot window down here, and I can bring this file, I'm going to drag it over, and you'll notice it will disappear. Okay, that means that our file has been uploaded to the board, and now I am going to see if it worked. So if I press button A, let's see, here's A, we notice we get that rainbow that comes up. A little hard to see, since this is a little bright, but it is a rainbow. That was a little easier to see on the emulator, but hopefully in class you'll get to see this a little better. In my next video, we'll program some other inputs to our device.